Hi, fire signs. I hope that you're doing well. I'm on here doing another fire sign reading because the first fire sign reading, the most I warned today in the general reading that there were things going on with electronics. It actually came out in the fire sign reading as well. If you do go try to go back and watch the original reading, somebody took the volume off of it. Anyway, I'm going to read. I left all the cards were still out here. And so we're going to redo it. My name is Shannon Hensley. If you are new, I'm out of Kansas City, Missouri, and I'm literally dealing with illegal people in authority messing with my platform. I have recorded evidence that's been documented. That wording also came out in that reading as well. And something is an excrement issue on somebody because truth is being shown today, I guess. And somebody's having a flipping cow over something. So anyway, I did the water reading and it was over the top. So we're going to redo this fire reading. All the cards are still here and we're going to talk about them. And this is going to be hard information for some people to listen to. Okay, if your discretion advised, you have little ones around. And when I give something out here, it can be found in the dictionary, also in the definition of the word. And so you don't have no right to get upset and look up words and take the definition for other things when certain things also come out and rub you the wrong way just because your feelings or your emotions are in that type of energy and want to be delusional in something, because there is something out here like that. In this reading, let me say I have freedom of speech, God-given speech and rights and breath to breathe and move in this earth just as much as the next person. No one, I don't care what your title is, I don't care how big and bad you think you are, you have no right to mess with Shannon Hensley's electronics or platform. This has been my platform for years. It don't belong to some actor that just gets up and acts like they're me somewhere else. It's not your place. May Yehovah Elohim get up in your face because you're an enemy. Somebody is an enemy out here. Somebody is an enemy. The psychopath card came out in the reverse, and as we kept going along, it really showed there's an evil individual around fire energy, or for some of you all, it is the fire piece and nutcase. They are perverse. The dog came out in the reverse. If you go do study on the dog, it talks about it being perverse energy. It goes back to, because it's a psychopath. They're far gone. They're shattered. The word shattered came out. They can't heal. Okay, healing came out. Those of you who do have healing, you're upright. God's going to be with you. Whoever is an upright enforcement and can look at my technology and stuff, I would really like that original video somehow to be replaced. But otherwise, if we can't, we'll just do it this way, because somebody just really thinks they can get up on my stuff and just do some alterations and stuff. It's just absolutely you're just crazy. If anybody upright can take a look at my stuff and just keep a watch over it, may God bless you, because God will bless you. There's an excrement issue going on, because in the water reading it came out an excrement issue, and in y'all's reading the lemon came out, and this is an excrement issue. It's sour out here. And the word danger has come out as well on something. But anyway, the psychopath in the reverse, and somebody's literally, they're seared. They have no soul. They are far gone around fire energy. And for some of you, it may be the fire. However, it's going for any given person. They are crazy. They're perverse. This could be so the dog can also take you back to prostitution. It can take you back to homosexuality, which the sexuality card came out in the reverse. And then this jumped out in the reverse in that reading. Which has a meaning of sexuality, and we're dealing with a pervert. There's a pervert out here attached to something going on around your energy. They are shattered from within. There are bridges that have been burned. They can't come back. Or what? Those of you have the water connection. It's set in two different decks. You have everybody had 24 hours to do what was correct, and then you will be shattered after you don't take the word of the Most High God to do what was right. Something's wrong. Something real wrong. And again, the word danger came out. Somebody's jealous over connection, and some of you all got somebody jealous over connection, and it's a same sex. They want the same sex issue. They want the same sex of it, and they are absolutely out of their freaking mind on it. And that's why it's dangerous, because in the water reading, somebody had no boundaries. They don't care. The rune that came out was the, I believe it was the rebellion rune. Somebody is in rebellion with this. They are. A really bad way. So anyway, they're perverted. They're nasty. They lay down with people same sex or not, somebody is a psychopath and they are shattered, broken, and there's no healing for people that are seared at their heart. There's an earth sign around you all that's either positive or negative in a situation. There's also a truthful person. Somebody's been trying to trap somebody, but God says, I'm going to trap them. They're going to be trapped. There was a preacher that come out. So again, the Hierophant also came out in the water reading. I think we did see it somewhere. I think I may have put it back in the deck, but that preacher comes out on my platform all the time. And for some of you all, that preacher is a wolf. And for some of y'all, if you are upright, you keep the commandments of God, then obviously, then somebody's trying to do something around that energy, whatever that is. There are secrets, and the secret rune also came out. You got somebody who dabbles around, thinks that they can put magic on people as well. It's very dangerous with God. Okay, your celebration energy is here. That was really, really huge in the water reading, and something very dangerous was going on in that reading as well. There's thievery out here. That shall not steal came out in y'all's reading, and a thief is going to be caught came out in your reading. Okay, and probably they've done it on technology, because the word, again, electronics came out in the general reading this morning. You have this is why it's dangerous. When we're looking at alligators, they don't think, they just chomp, 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 chomp. We're dealing with somebody who's got a reprobate type of mind out here that's just, they don't have no boundaries. Okay, there's a group of people like that, then something is huge around groups of people that's very secretive. At the same time, God's brought out for you all that are upright. He's going to make something out for good. Because whoever's tried to trap somebody, they're the ones that are fixing to get trapped. Now, some of you all have a connection that is God-given, and somebody really trying to step inside that, and God's not going to let them do it. He's not going to let somebody put a wedge in between something that he wants. God's will be done. If you are praying God's will be done, and the other party's praying God's will be done, look, because there is unity out here, and there is a couple that is supposed to be together. They match. They're from God, and somebody's either got an ex around it, or a family member, or a sibling, or whatever it is. It's crazy over the connection. But if you both are saying God's will be done, all this dangerous nonsense, this excrement issue is around some bull crap. God's got something up his sleeve with these secrets. He's fixing to punch somebody right where it hurts. Anyway, because it stated that somebody found it also came out here, or it was being talked about from the general, I think. But it came out here that, no, it was in the water reading, that he who found a wife found a good thing and found favor of Jehovah. And somebody's got somebody, or you're that person that has found favor of the Most High. The other scripture that did come out in y'all's reading, it says that favor is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman that fears Jehovah, the Most High God, shall be praised. Okay, and so if you're beautiful from within, then you're beautiful from within and without in your world, because you love the Most High God. Somebody else don't. Somebody else don't. They got a group of people out here involved in some crap, then they do. We also had this card come out again. It came out in the water reading, was being talked about as well. Somebody matches somebody. What else came out here? God's going to make it out for good. There's a truthful person here. The issue card is out here. Have no other gods before God Almighty came out as well. What am I missing something out here? The word war also showed itself out here with your reading, and something that's been documented is around a situation. That's why there's an issue, because there's thievery. The fraud rune was another rune that came out for y'all. There's fraud around some stuff, and somebody don't want somebody to hear things that I'm saying on my platform, just to be, because I'm a fire sign too. They don't want, because y'all are illegal on my platform. You know you are. I'm sorry you don't like that. You shouldn't have done what you did on my stuff. It don't belong to you. It belongs to me. And anybody else that you've done the same kind of thing that you've done to me, it belongs to them. And you are not getting away with this issue. I don't care what your title is. Your whole family can be eaten in the lion's den. We don't care. We don't care. The word chaff, actually, and I didn't see this until after the original video went off, and I went back to watch the video. There was no sound to it. It was deliberately done, because people don't want you to hear the truth. But the word chaff goes back to a wicked energy. God burns them up. And so this psychopath that's got major shattering issues, they're chaff. That's why they're dangerous. They are in danger. Oh yeah, where's that other, there was another card that came out. Did I put it back? I may have already put it back. But the Most High brought out a card that stated that he gives you and I power to trample on the lions, in which I stated that the lions were in the water reading. It was really being talked about there. And to trample on the adder. And then the next part of that stated that God was going to get up and splatter their blood. And the hospital was all over in the water reading and stuff. So there's big, that war going on. Then the war did show up here. And we did see it in the general reading today. And I said it's either getting worse or whatever. And the electronics came out real strong. And every time God brings out electronics, something happens with my platform. They were mad this morning because I got the upper hand on them this morning. And so they had to get up in here because they got access to my stuff. But God's going to get less say. He spent a 24-hour period on some stuff. Some freaking idiot who's literally shattered to the freaking core, who's crazy, got a reptilian freaking freakish brain. They're a pervert attached to something. God's going to get less say. Something's unfolding here. Okay? But the letters that came out do make the word for chaff. The CH and the F in the phonics is chaff, and God brings that to wicked people. And they will be burned in the fire. But the CH, the Q, and the X came out, and the F. And this is fraudulent. Something about children or a baby is around something. Something's unfolding here. And this tells people that we're just going to have to trust the Most High. He says his name is a strong tower, and the righteous will run into his name and be safe. And I run into Yehovah Elohim, maker of heaven and earth. Nobody's going to take my rights away or yours. I'll stand up and be a voice for people. This is absolutely wrong. Who do people think they are? Who do you people think you are? And I talked about it in the water reading, which you can go watch that reading, but I retouched on it on the fire reading, talking about those people that are going up to people's house doors and picking up their packages that are left for them. It's rightfully their stuff, and other people just laughing in the camera and running off. And now they put a little bomb to go off, and so that they're splattered with all this powdery stuff. And some of those people get mad. I'm going to get a lawyer for this, and that stuff ain't even theirs. That's how crazy something is going on out here around collective energies. They have no right for this thievery. Try to trap other people and they get trapped. You have no right to get angry. You're nuts. Something's nutty going on out here for groups of people. And if you don't have the shield of God around you, folks, it's real dangerous. God gave 24 hours for both sides of people to do some stuff out here. But there has been things that have been documented, and they're fraudulent out here. And God's not going to let somebody get away with the nasty. It's the wicked that are cut out of the earth, and the righteous remain in it. And the wicked are cut out of it. You don't get to sit here and be some type of fool. I don't know who you think you are. You just don't want to go to jail, or you don't want an execution on your life. You don't have a right to even breathe anymore. This person's very abusive. Very abusive. Okay? They're probably very abusive in their sexuality as well, because they got sexuality problems out here. They're a pervert. A bad, nasty pervert. They're a Nephilim out here. Okay? So anyway, the CH, the Q, the X, and the letter F came out here. Positive or negative. Person, place, or a thing. First name, last name. God is going to make something out for good. But you got to do your part in it. But God is the God of war, and Yehovah don't lose. Yehovah don't lose. So anyway, I just wanted to get back on because all the cards were here and just reiterate what was said. All right, y'all pray for me because it's go time here. I'm ready for some stuff to end. I'm ready to go into the court of law, like maybe even some of you all, and get some justice out here. Aren't you tired of people being kooks? It's time for the kooks to go away, folks. It really is time for the kooks to go away. If somebody just think they can just come on in your house and just take some stuff that ain't theirs and then fight for it, I'm going to fight for it because I took it. It's in my possession or whatever. It ain't theirs, and you got evidence of things that ain't theirs. What are you going to do? You're going to get up and fight, and blood's going to fly if it has to. But if you're in the truth, God's going to be on your side, not the freaks. I need prayer. And I pray for those of you who are also dealing with stupids. They don't get the last say. Yehovah Elohim does. I'll see you next video. Shalom.